Hi everybody, welcome to the Kirsty Meakin YouTube channel, aka the Kirsty Meakin SHOW! Today we've got Faye in. You'll be happy, yeah. No, I'm happy. We're going to do an infill on Faye. It'll be nice for everybody to see how you rebalance a nail and how we're going to change up this whole design. So let's get cracking. So this is the state of the nails. I say state, they're not a state at all. They're pretty gorgeous still. But what we're going to do is we're going to take off the gems. We want to change the look. Yes, they look beautiful, but we just want to change it a little bit and make it look like more of a new set. And that's what we want to do today. So first of all, we're going to remove the stones. So you're going to get a pair of nippers, preferably an old pair of nippers, and just catch hold to the sides. Catch hold to the sides and kind of just break the seal of that gel that's on there, yeah? And as you break the seal, they'll just kind of pop off. And all this here is the gem glue that we put them on with. It's held everything down really well, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
Look at that, there's like, they've all stayed together, and really these big ones have got no support from any little ones around it, because that's kind of what I normally do. I put little stones around, but I wanted those to stand alone and, you know, get all the attention. The baguette shaped crystals. If you want to know where the crystals are from, they'll be linked below. Everything's going.
Are you going to tell us? Do I know?
Oh, sorry. They're from the crystals are from the nail boxes. They do a crystal box. Make sure you support the nail while you do this. It's really important. As you're going to put pressure on the natural nail, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to cause no damage to that nail. So make sure you really support the nail. So I'm not using the point of the cuticle nippers. I'm using the flat blade side. So you're catching out of the sides and you actually take it off a lot easier. If you just use this kind of point, you're just going to keep kind of digging into it. But we want more contact. So using this flat edge of the blade will get more contact and take them off a lot easier.
And ping them across the room.
And ping them across the room, yeah. You can wear eye protection.
I'm more bothered about the fact I've got to hoover them all up.
Tell you what, it suits you, Adam. So we've done that. What we need to do now is, because we are going to do maintenance on them, I need to do cuticle work, and I also need to file off the gem glue and also etch into that top coat and kind of remove that as well. So there's a lot that goes into a fill. Some people think, oh, it's a fill, and I did say this morning, oh, it's just a fill. There's still a lot that's involved. We're going to do cuticle prep first. So, Faye's absolute favourite thing for us to do.
Absolutely, yes.
Going to be using the cuticle bits that we have. So we have the cuticle bit and then we have the proximal fold bit as well. Start with the cuticle bit, which is like a rugby ball shape, American football shape. We have this argument all the time. It kind of looks like I don't know, it's that shape, whatever that is. slow speed. I want it in reverse. And I'm going to start with my hand in this position. And I'm going to pull round to this position, okay? So we start here and we come to here. And by doing this, we can keep the rotation pushing away from the skin. So the direction of the rotation helps push away the cuticle. Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that. You can do this on all of Faye's nails. So it pushes away and it also removes any non-living tissue away from the natural nail. What you don't want to do is dig in with the tip because you're going to cause little ditches and dents in the natural nail, and this area here is where the nail is most susceptible to damage because it's all freshly keratinized. It's slightly softer, the nail is, in this area. It gets harder as it pushes through to the end of the hypernychium. So, proximal fold bit, it's like a pear shape or teardrop shape. Same again, nice and slow, not high speed, and we're kind of exfoliating and also pushing back the cuticle and exfoliating any little bits of dry skin. So get everything looking nice and smooth, and this is a lot of care and attention that's needed for this area. I do think that people kind of forget about the cuticles at times. Why is that funny?
Some pictures.
Oh, pictures you've seen, what, on Instagram and stuff?
Just on the internet.
Well, do you know, on the internet? I was going to say you don't even have Instagram.
No, just on the internet.
On the internet. So, yeah.
And it looks like they've done the nails, but then not done anything with. And I just think that's so important.
It is. It finishes the look.
You don't want.
It's like putting your slap on and having crap gnashes. Just spray them with a bit cleaner. Then I'm going to use this bit, which is the purple Swarovski crystal bit. It's a pink ceramic bit. Great for doing a fill because we can take off the, sorry, let me go back into forward motion on my e-file. Because we can take off all of the gem glue. Like that. We can also come down and take away the top coat. So saying this is really important when you're doing a fill. You want to whip over that top coat because you're going to put fresh top coat on and you don't want top coat on top of top coat because it will peel. Because shiny top coat on top of shiny top coat will definitely peel, won't it, Faye?
It will. We don't want that.
And then we can also use this bit to get rid of any lifting or anything like that. You want to be careful when you come right close to the natural nail because you want to try and not touch the natural nail. So this is what we're going to do on all of these nails, so you can see the bulk of that gel, that gem gel. I want to get rid of that. And you also want to make sure that the apex is being moved back into that back third. So if you can really see that the apex is grown down to, like, say here, then you know you need to thin that area out and build it back up in to the back third. And we'll do that with the acrylic, rebalancing the structure of the nail. Some people think they can just get away with slapping a little bit of acrylic at the back like that and let this apex grow down like it. You're going to have weakness here. You've got to make sure you rebuild that apex, else the integrity of the structure of the nail will be compromised. And if it's compromised, you know you're going to run into trouble. People are going to start breaking the nails. They're going to start coming back to you with broken nails and lifting nails. So it is so worth making sure that that structure is perfect because the nails will last longer, Clients will be happy. We don't like clients that come back and moan. Right, next step is we're going to use the mandrel bit, and then we're going to use the fine sanding bands.
There's something about that word, sanding band.
Yeah.
It's such a nice word.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
You're such a strange bird.
It's just a nice word.
We've got a nice Swarovski bit on the end. I think
And
you
also
like
came
this
as
probably. What's that?
What's in that water?
I know.
Do you know what that is?
No, what is it? Tell me. I want to know. I feel left out. Oh yeah.
That's what it makes me.
I know what you mean now.
So it makes me think of.
I like it.
I like it. It's got like a
Sanding
chilled
band.
vibe about it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. What's
Yes,
in
yeah.
the water? Well, hopefully natural mineral water.
So as to say.
Yeah, according to Asda.
Right, so with the sanding band, we're just going to take the shine off the natural nail. Right, so we're going to take off that. Give it a spray clean. Make sure you use a spray cleaner. Don't know why I'm looking at the TV. I should be looking at the camera. I'm saying TV, it's not a TV, it's a monitor. When you're cleaning any of the bits that have the Swarovski crystals on them, then make sure you use a spray cleaner. If you soak them in barbicide, it's going to agitate the adhesive that holds the stone on, and the stone will fall off, ducky. You don't want to do that. Spray clean. Let's dust off. So I'm going to use the cleanser from Nailchemy because we're using their acrylic today. So I want to kind of try my best to keep with the same system. And as I'm wiping over, I'm pushing back the cuticle yet again because we want to make sure everything stays back while we put the product on. It will slowly move back down, so you want to keep that back. So you've got more nail to apply product to. Nails will last longer, clients will be happy. Happy clients, happy nail tech. So I'm going to use the Nail Prep Essentials solution to go over the nails and prep them. Make sure they're nice and dehydrated.
Is that the one that's got the? Because you used to use two products. You've used two products in the past.
Yeah, you need one.
You only need one now. So is that a combined product?
Yeah. So now we've got the monomer, and I'll show you a little tip. I mean, it's not too bad because it's got a little squeezy hole on the end. Some brands have got like you sort of tip it and pour it, whereas this one you can sort of squeeze it, but it can get a little bit messy. So if you squeeze it down,
oh, what a good idea! Down your brush.
Down your brush like that, and the brush will guide it into the dampened it. See, that's where when we first did the pour, it starts to get a little bit messy, you see? So you want to try and keep everything as clean as possible. Says Kirsty Meakin. I just said that. I'm going to be using peach to do the fill of these nails. So the reason that I'm doing the cover pink first of all is because my brush is nice and clean and I don't want it to get any pigment from the pink colours that are there. So if I started to do this neon pink and fill that, I run the risk of having a little bit of residue of the pink in my brush when I pick up a bead of cover pink. Does that make sense? Because there was a lot of pink going on there.
I think so.
So if I choose to use these colours and then picked up a bead of cover pink, there could be a slight residue of neon pink in the brush, and that'll contaminate the colour. And we don't want that because, well, it makes a mess. We need to make sure that our apex is nice and high because we have a, what do we call it? Apex. Yeah. So we're going to do a nice apex, rebalancing this in the back third. the nail. There we are. Let's do this one.
Nice colour that is.
Beautiful.
Question, do you want to do cover pink in the back of the others, or would you prefer not to?
I can do because, but no, you might see, no, you might see a little bit.
I've got to say, I've never actually seen you do a fill like this on a smile line.
Yeah.
Honest to God, I've never seen you do this.
So what we're doing now is, I took quite a bit of product away on the thumb because there was a bit of shadow in there. So I wanted to get rid of that as much as I could. So now I'm filling it and then literally blending down. So most of the product is at the back, so in that back third, creating that apex.
Flower and tea.
And then I'm going to soften this here now, just by stretching it down.
I can't believe I've never actually seen you do this before. Like every time you, I'm not kidding, I'm honestly not lying. Every time I've seen you do a fill on camera, you've never kept a smile line, or you've either done something to it so that you're going to be doing some sort of art over the top of it, or you've turned it into an ombre, or you've maybe made it into sort of a diagonal thing. But I've never seen you actually sort of build the smile line out again like that.
How funny, you've got to have done that.
Not on camera, 100% guaranteed. So I'm kind of wow. I'm like, wow.
So you can see that we've built up that apex now. Yeah, so we've now got enough product there, and then it softly come down. Okay, I'm going to put a little smidge of clear at the back, and I mean like the tiniest bit, so my brush is very upright when it's going into the pot. Place it on, and then we're going to spread this evenly. Cannot be thick, because if it's thick, then when you start to file, you're going to take away the pink, because we're going to put pink on top. It's got to be very thin, and what this thin layer of acrylic will do, this clear acrylic, will help with great adhesion. Nothing adheres to a nail better than clear acrylic. And also when you come to do an infill, you'll file the colour and then hit the clear, and then you can sort of see. Some people keep trying to remove the colour, keep removing the colour, and they end up hitting the natural nail and then damaging the natural nail. So we've got two colours, we've got Mystical, and then we've got Freesia. Mystical's got a little bit of glitter in, Freesia hasn't. So we're going to use Mystical on these. I only need a little bead. It's purely there for colour. So we will go over the top of this with clear. So we're kind of sandwiching the coloured acrylic between two clear layers. Right, so now we're going to get the Freesia, we're going to get a little bit of the Mystical, tiny bit of clear, oh, bit of fluff, and we're just going to marble a little bit, not too much because it's only a fill, but we can marble that, and then we're going to tap with the cuticle, just to make sure it's nice and close to the cuticle, but we're not flooding. I can just soften that edge, and then we can build the apex up then with the clear over the top. But we still continued that sort of marble design to the very cuticle area. So now we're going to go with the clear This is where we need to build the apex. So not only are we sort of capping this colour, we are building the apex and putting the structure back into this nail. You do this on all the nails. Not all of them, sorry, just these three that I've just filled. Right, we're going to file. I'm going to get my extractor out because I just can't be coping with the dust. I don't want to inhale it, and I also don't want to clean it up. You want to touch my teeth?
I can't though because of my nails. I feel like I want. I feel like I want wiggle them.
Oh my god.
I feel like I want wiggle them. I mean, I don't know where they're going to go.
They don't wiggle.
How do you wiggle teeth?
They look good though, don't they?
They don't wiggle.
Can't stop looking at them. Maybe just close your mouth.
Why would I close my mouth? Got me foot like that.
So I can't see them.
Got me foot like that. So you don't want to touch them then?
I don't want to touch them now.
Right, so I've got the alchemy extractor. Oh, keeping you up, Anna. She's probably yawning her head off here.
Oh, what time?
Right, I want me just turn it off a minute. Sorry, I need to set up my file.
Oh, these.
I do. Love them. They're like my favourite thing.
They're a very good invention. So the metal part,
Yeah.
can you just keep that forever?
Yeah, of course you can.
Do you know what I mean? Because they're not going...
What can you do it, nice?
Yeah.
So we're going to clean them. There's two-step system from Navy Tools. So we clean with this wipe first. You can do this with all your tools, you know, like your cuticle nippers, cuticle pushers, anything like that. You can use this system. So I'm going to clean with that one. And then the other one, we disinfect. So I'm going to set this up with 100 on one side and a 180 on the other side. And I definitely can't do this on that.
Do you just do it on a flat surface?
Yeah, I need to do it on a flat surface. It's not. Stick it down. So you just peel off the backing, and then you have like this sticky, super adhesive surface. Line up one end, check the other, and drop it down. I'm going to take a file to take off the edges, the sharp edges of the file. Come on, there's your hand. So, as we look at this, we want to make sure these side walls are nice and straight. Once you've done those side walls, I'm going to use the 180 grit of the file to come round the cuticle area. To skip round the cuticle area. To skip to the loo, my darling.
Get round the cuticle area.
Yeah, skip to the loo, my darling. Then I don't really use, at this point, use my electric file because I like to file with a normal hand file because there's not a massive amount of filing to do, so that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, because presumably a lot of that would have really been done for you first.
Yeah, a lot of the shape's been done already. You can sharpen up. We can use like this 100 grit to sharpen up.
I was going to say, for me, to be more like sharpening.
Yeah.
And just getting that definition.
So you're making sure that the whole of this new product is blending into the previous nail that was on there, so everything's blending smoothly. So I'm going to do this on all the nails, get that structure perfected and sharpen up that free edge, because we know Faye likes the nails and nice and sharp. She likes to cut people, clearly. She cuts them with a mouse at times. She verbalises the lacerations. Right, so we're going to buff with the buffer. This is the Kirsty Meakin buffer. It's a 150 grit file. File buffer. Nice and cushioned so it wraps around the nail. Nice and smooth. It smooths out far better than a 100 grit buffer. So let's do all of these nails, get them nice and smooth, and then we're going to change up the design. I'm excited. Faye's helped with the choice, haven't you? I say helped, I gave her free rein on choosing products. So some people would have the length taken down, but this is Faye. Clearly doesn't, she just has them, you know, reshaped a little bit. So, well, I want you wash them for me now, if you will, please, madam. A nice good wash, thank you very much. So we've got the ink spill nail foil, and we've got a magenta nail foil, blue sunset nail foil, cornflower nail foil, and lilac nail art foil. So we're going to use these, and we've got the nail foil glue gel from Lucente. We've also got their top coat. We need their lamp. Here we go. Gives you a hand
Sanding band.
Gives you a hand sanding band. So I want to still keep these smile lines. So I'm going to do those first. So we're going to paint on. Stay still, for God's sake.
Sorry.
You were pushing towards me then. Use the edge of that brush to go up to that smile line. I'm going to sweep down. Cover nail. I can always work a little bit better on my left side with my right hand. I don't know, it's a bit weird, but I can for some reason. So make sure you've covered the entire surface that you want the foil to go on. Right, so pop me that in the lamp. Cut that off. So check the length, so you're not just cutting to here. You've got to make sure the full length of the nail is covered all the way up to here. So you're better cutting a little bit more than you need. Only cut by a couple of millimetres.
Too much than not enough.
Yeah, best having too much. So then, I'm going to line that up. You can stay dead still for me, please.
Sorry.
Get off your phone.
Yeah, is it that important?
Nothing's more important than nails.
I am doing your nails. When I'm not doing your nails, then you do whatever you want.
That's rich one from like somebody who's like really on the phone.
I know, well I'm not doing nails, am I? I can't go on my phone and do nails at the same time. I wish I could, that'd be amazing.
To be fair, you do.
Well, I can't do this and go on a phone at the same time. I can't.
You are. Can't do that. You try.
I'd have a good go. Right, so we're wrapping this all the way round. I'm going to use the end of this little tool, which is from Now by Lucy. Yeah, just to rub this in.
That's very, very clever. Very simple but effective.
Yeah, so we're going to rub the foil onto that sticky surface.
So is the foil essentially so like wafer thin that it wouldn't peel? Is that what you're saying? Like, you know, the one you said you'd have to encapsulate it in acrylic?
Yeah, it wouldn't
Do you know
stick.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And then obviously I'm assuming you just go over it with just, I love that. Just go over it with
Good top coat.
only just with a bit of top coating machinery. Oh, it's a bit bougie, isn't it?
I know, but it's not all coming off, which is a bit concerning. Behind in a lamp with it on. My concern is that lamp doesn't have a reflective base. So, because it hasn't got a reflective base, the light doesn't bounce up and sort of cover every curve of the nail.
Okay.
That makes sense. And now going upside down. And let's give another rubber dub. All in tub.
All in, tub.
I mean, I'm not massively concerned because I do, with this pattern doesn't need to be completely perfect because it's like a marbly thing, and we're going to put some of these ones on as well. Going to do a bit of layering. So, look, that bit's just not come off.
If you're going late, does it really matter?
No, but it's quite a big bit, that. That should have stayed on, yeah. Much better. Don't know what you're doing there, my friend. You need to go. So it's covered the majority. If we look at the back of this foil, you can see the bits that haven't come off. You can go back on, like that little bit there. Could have done with sticking on. Let me just see if I can get a brush bit on here. That's nice. Let's do this side, because you look at this side, can you see there's a little bit there?
Nothing.
That's better. That is better. Right, so we're going to take some of the foil gel, pop it on a palette. Then I'm going to use a liner brush. This is a Lucente liner brush. Maybe nothing too fancy.
Sorry about that, Angel.
I'm going to line the smile line.
No.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit big, isn't it? Do you like foil, Kirsty, or is it hard to work with? Like if it doesn't...
It is temperamental, but I do like
really
it. Yeah, I do like it. I think it's great for changing designs.
Yeah, without... Because obviously the only way really you can get rid of all your glitter and stuff is, well,
Take
even
it
if
all
you
off.
drilled it all out, but you may as well have a new set on then to me.
And then I'm going to add some little kind of wavy lines.
Oh, I was here with the waves. She's here with the wavy lines. Get the wavy lines down. But I know you'll like full coverage, so to layer it, I'm assuming it will obviously avoid having that where if there are little tiny patches that haven't quite caught.
Yeah, it'll still look fine. Put me that in.
In the lamp.
Into the lamp.
Oh, it's the matter with your top.
Oh, is it a bit like the Mitch?
A bit like the beach. Oh, all time in the world.
Right, so with this one, I'm going to snatch. Because the like little areas can be done like this.
Oh, that's nice.
And we'll do a little bit of, just gonna fold it and just catch little bits of the little lines we've done. And we're going to do that with all these colours.
Oh, and there were some crystals on. Oh, dog.
Oh, you're not getting crystals today.
Oh, Adam. What? I nearly had a little heart tremor then.
Did you?
Yes.
You're like, what? No
It's a
crystals?
crystal-free day today.
Can you imagine?
Well, we'll give you them
Sorry,
big ones,
today.
them nice big ones that we've just got delivered.
That's what I'm having. That's what I'm having.
I thought she didn't like them.
No, it's changed
I
mine.
changed my mind. I know, but don't forget there was Valentine's red in there, and I'm not a red girl at all.
Okay.
So you just see the worst thing and that's it.
I saw the red, and it just dazzled my eyes.
It looks cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does look lovely.
So we're going to do the rest of the nails. We'll do some full ones on these that have got the full colour on. Doesn't matter if we leave a little bit of pink in the background, it'll still go. And then we're going to do the same as we've done on this one, on that one. So off we go, come on.
It's lovely that, isn't it?
What? This foil? Yeah, smart, isn't it?
Yeah, it is smart. I mean, I wouldn't come in and go, I'll have a new set and I'll have foil all over him.
No, but it's a cool little thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah, because it just completely changes the nail up, doesn't it? So you actually feel like you've had a new set of nails on, really.
Yeah. A little bit static now. A little bit staticky.
But isn't it funny, I don't think I'd like them like that without the lines on. I feel like
Oh
it
no,
needs
yeah,
the
it
lines on.
needs the metallic lines, I think. That just kind of finishes it off, doesn't it?
I love this. Bottled at Source in Staffordshire. So it's obviously Buxton water and then across the bottom.
Brass.
Well, yeah, because it's
Buxton on it.
But bottled at Source in Staffordshire, so
Yeah. It's got to be Buxton.
sourced from Elmhurst Spring, it said.
There's that.
Litchfield. Right then.
Here we go.
Right then, said Fred. Did you need to have blunt my nails wearing as well?
Why would I say blunt then?
I think just because I've been...
Oh, you've been doing decorating?
Yeah. Because I've been mauling with the bloody truck with all the tiles in, and when Nick's been smashing them off the wall, and I've been up and down, up and down, up and down. Mm. Yeah, Nick killed me when he was on about me sanding. I was like, absolutely not. I will not be putting any sandpaper near my hands, near my nails.
What did he need sanding?
Well, like just to abrase the door frames before we painted them.
Yeah.
See, Nick was saying we don't need to, and I'm saying I would go off the concept that Kirsty would, which is like with nails, and I'd go, I personally think you need to abrase the surface, like even only slightly. Nick's saying no. So I disagree.
And what was it for?
So like a door frame that's got like quite a glossy.
Yeah, you've got to key that. Surely. It'll peel.
Surely.
It'll peel.
Well, that's what I think, but
The gloss.
it's got like a glossy.
It'll peel, that one. Has it on it?
There's only 2 door frames. Then done up to now. But I'm like you. I think we should abrase the top surface. I'm not talking to like eat into the wood.
No,
I'm saying just literally
abrase
just
it.
scuff it.
Yeah.
What do I know? I'm an nails from Kirsty Meakin for 13 years, 14 years.
I love how we're totally associating like DIY to
What would you agree
like
that it's
household
the same?
DIY to nails.
But would you agree that, you know, like sometimes
It's
you know,
the
a bit like
same.
saying like I've got transferable skills to do a different job to what I do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't just apply to that job that I do. I could use my transferable skills
The principle.
to another role. Well, the principle
It's
of
the
it.
principle
Thank
of
you.
it, yeah.
Thank you.
Definitely.
But yeah, the principle of it. That's what I
Yeah.
compared it to, and it was like.
I bet he was like, "This isn't nails, Faye,"
And I was like, okay. I just went, okay.
and let him do it. So we've done all that. Now we're going to top coat, and because Faye's nails are, you know, pretty long, I'm going to start with the sort of lateral length first, and then work my way up the nail. So I can do the cuticle now. It makes it a little bit easier when they're this long. I can then slide through wet top coat, and it just slides nice, and you get a nicer finish on the nail. You want to make sure you cap those edges, because else you'll get a separation with your transfer foil. pop me that in the lamp. Yeah. So we've made a choice on stones. So these are from Cuticle, yeah. And then these are from they're from Cuticle, but it is the BLING box, which you find on the Nail Boxes company, which is owned. What's it called?
I think it's
called the Crystal Box.
I think it is the Crystal Box, Adam.
Yeah, it might be. It'll be linked below somewhere. When you're using really big, substantial crystals, especially
size crystals.
Yeah, especially when they are, pointy back, you want to make sure you put those on with acrylic. So that's what we're going to do. So I've got the Nailchemy acrylic in clear. So I'm going to show you how we build those up to make like a really nice big cluster. You do it on this nail.
Packs we do really like exaggerated fake packs, but with stones.
So I'm going to take a bead. I'm going to let it drain because I do not want it to be super like wet.
Yeah, because they're already difficult to get on there anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
Question, do you not need to abrase the...
No.
Wow.
Acrylic will stick to pretty much anything. So let's take the blue one. Push that into the product, and we've got like this pearly pink, like an opal pink actually. Push that in. And push the pink one in. So I've just dropped a little smidge in there.
Little bead in the middle.
Yeah, and then what you want to do is, so if you look at the...
Oh, this is where Kirsty thinks she's got one of them fake hands. Sorry, Ducky.
I want to see underneath. So you see here we have a gap there, and we have a gap here. We've got to flood that with acrylic. So I'm going to hold it like this so I can really see.
With a fake hand. She makes it felt like it's not attached to a bloody arm.
So drop a bead in there, and you want to try your best to keep the acrylic off the surface of the actual stone.
Yeah, racky stones.
And filter that into those gaps. That'll hold the stone on. Just open a little loop here.
Nice, Emma.
And then underneath this one here.
Make sure you use clear acrylic.
Yeah. Definitely.
Good job your idea fit.
Oh, I know. Just advising all the nail techs out there. Make sure it's clear, make sure it's clear. We were going, oh no, just nearly dipped it in black.
Hopefully it's not that filling.
Tuesday goes work,
Yeah.
comes home, pulls the washing out the washing machine, nicks Balenciaga leather wallets in the pocket in his walking trousers. Absolutely wrecked his wallet. Like, wrecked it. It's distorted it. It's a right mess.
Is it?
So that'd be
I don't buy expensive wallets
Well,
because
he
mine
never
go in
did.
there all the time.
That's the first time, it's the first wallet that Nick has ever bought that's cost like a lot of money. But he's never not really had any luck with wallets. He had one black Lacoste wallet years ago, had it for years and years and years and years and years. It was like one of them where you go, oh yeah, it's an old faithful wallet, like, don't owe me anything. Bought a brown leather one years and years and years ago, lost it. That never come to light, ever. We still don't know where that ever went to this day. And then washed his really nice new Balenciaga one, so yeah, nice.
So I'm going to use now I've put these on with the acrylic, I'm going to use the crystal gem glue from Nailchemy. So I'm going to pump some out onto my palette.
That Faye, I had, absolutely loves.
And it dries with no sticky layer. I say
She
dry,
loves
it
it.
cures
Yeah.
with no sticky layer.
Faye J loves it.
So I'm going to use my palmy picker upper and get a little dollop of it and come in here. So you know that acrylic was matte. Now it's not, is it? It's going to be nice and shiny because we put this on. So I'll put that in there. I'm going to use the other end of the palmy picker up and I'm going to pick up a teardrop stone. Put that in there.
That's a bit beautiful on that.
Just, doesn't it?
I don't think she planned it.
I'm going to do the same the other side.
I just realised what you've been doing. I thought you were sticking them on my nail. You try and figure out which ones would fit best.
Yeah, I was figuring out like,
Mad
which one shall we use?
She's thinking, it's easy to do that, then he says, who wins? When she says, I'm talking about shape.
Yeah, there is that as well.
Yeah, I thought that might be.
Oh, I need food.
I need feeding, and I've not come prepared.
You normally come prepared.
I'm normally pretty good, but not prepared.
Right, I'm going to get a little AB stone, put it into the gap. There, with a little bit of that gel. Hold it in place. Just bash me them in the lamp. Don't bash them. Right, just bang them in the lamp. Don't bash them.
Don't bash.
No, no bashing.
Go bashing.
No bashing of the nails in the lamp.
No.
So we flash cured that to hold everything still, and then we're going to come around this cluster and fill in with some of these gorgeous little stones.
I don't know which one go in. They're all very sparkly. As long as they're not star-shaped or heart-shaped, I can cope.
You're not.
No, I'd be packing them off, you know I would. I'm like, Faye, where are all these stones? I've had them off. It is beautiful, that crystal box, though, I do want to. It's a little bit of me, that is.
I know.
What? My whole body's going to start growling.
Need feeding, Ad. What do you have?
Got an Indian dish there. I'm going to try some.
Do you like hot curry? Don't mind.
I don't mind.
Are you more flavour if those in heat? See, I'm more flavour. I want loads of flavour. I don't want it so I can't taste nothing.
Yeah, I'm not really, but like, I mean, I just don't see the point really.
No.
I can eat it. I can eat it. It doesn't, like, the heat doesn't bother me. But yeah, the flavours, so I've got to be there.
Madras is nice.
Mm.
Is it a madras you've made?
No, it's just
When you're bored.
ready made. Yeah.
Do you make an ass curry? I just always think they never taste like an Indian curry. If I make my own, I'm always like, dead disappointed. But
Real
it's obviously what
had real Indian food before though.
I don't think you can class real Indian food as like being a restaurant in Leeds. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
no, like that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not
As
like
much as
real
they
Indian food is. I've been to 2 real Indian restaurants before, and it was nothing like having Indian food.
no, it's funny in tea. Where is that though? Over here
Middlesbrough.
in Middlesbrough. I mean, the Indian restaurants in Leek are like lovely, but I do think it would be completely different if I were to try that same food abroad. And I've heard a lot of people say that.
Chinese food's not the same.
That's what Nick says.
It's not the same.
That's exactly what Nick says. When Nick says it's
if you walked into a proper Chinese in Hong Kong
That's what Nick says,
or
that's where
mainland
Nick
China
went.
and say, can I have a chow mein? They would not have a
Well, Nick was like,
clue.
Chinese for breakfast.
Yeah, oh
Nick was like,
yeah.
it's amazing.
I don't like the Chinese for my breakfast, to be honest, but they do, yeah. It's gross.
I've had to put it in. So talking about food now, and it's just
Oh! Shouting, calling you. What? Put me in the microwave.
Pop it in, hello.
Sorry.
Too busy gulping at it and going, oh, so sparkly. So that looks pretty fantabulous, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does look really
Look
nice.
at that. So what I'm going to do is put some stones on the other nails as well now. And as if by magic, ta-da! We're going to finish off with Faye's favourite oil, which is the Indigo Drama Queen.
I do like that.
Clearly named after you. More than me. It's named after you way more
What's
than
it
me.
called?
Drama Queen?
I am definitely not a drama queen. You can raise those eyebrows all you want.
She can't raise them.
I was just going to say! Actually,
Can't,
oh,
I've got
they're
to-
moving.
Let me try.
They move slightly.
Do you
but
move slightly? I don't like that.
I was just going to say she'll hate that. Bobby!
Yeah. Right, let me just wipe over. I love to get a dry, lint-free pad, because once you put the oil on, it kind of like, I think it diminishes the effects of the nails, like, you know, the shine of the nail, the stones. I don't like to see oil just like slapped all over the nails, and I do see that a lot on Instagram, not gonna lie. I think, you know, yes, you want it on the skin and you want to sort of massage it in, but don't like rub it, well, don't put it on and then leave it. Give it a little bit of a rub, dry lint-free pad, clean up those nails, and your pictures will be so much better. There you are.
So much better.
I love them. And how much different do they look? They look so different.
They are lovely.
I love them.
Love it!
I love them. Pat on the back.
Oh my god.
So, anyway, that's all we've got time for today. Don't forget, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. And everything I've used today will always be listed in the bottom of the description box. I say bottom, I mean in the description box. So in the description box there'll be links to like other social media platforms that we're on and other cool things for you to check out. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, share and all that shebang. And I'll see you next time. Ta-da, duck!